Today, welcome back to another video. By the way, I'm just gonna show you how I take off my fuel tank because I'm working on an evap code right now, and there's not enough information on this specific model and the four-wheel drive models how to actually take it out. So I'm gonna show you guys, I guess, the best way I can. Yeah, so I already got it pretty much. Fuel pump is disconnected. I'm gonna get ready to lift it on the air. So, all right, stay tuned. Does this focus? Anyways, here it is. I don't know if I need like a fuel pump ring or something. I smell something fuely, so I'm gonna have to look in the injectors again, probably somewhere else, but mainly in the fuel vapor lines. But I got this whole evap line and everything situated, and then I'm getting it on the air. As you can see, it's disconnected. I'm just gonna get ahead and take off the fuel lines and the that's the fuel level. So, okay, guys, looking at the right side of the vehicle here, this is the RS model. If you can't already tell, I didn't know I had KYBs, by the way. Why is this ride quality so good? I wonder why. Anyways, we're looking underneath. I don't know if I can get a good picture of like what's going on underneath, but oh god. So there's a couple bolts that you need to take out. Alright guys, like I said, there's 5 of them. There's one by the this is the right side right here. It's to follow that track there. There you go. 3 right there. That's by the fuel filter, as you can see. So that's 3. And you gotta go even further. And then there's 2 more here. You should see like the e-brake cable holder here. As you can see, there's one there. It's so hard, but that one you don't need to take off because it's like connected right there. And then this is 4, so that would be 4. Run all the way in the middle, and then this is where the elbow goes, goes to the cat, whatever, and turns. There's one here, 5, right? And then that's another e-brake cable. Oh. And then that's it. There's none on the left side of the car. I think there's supposed to be one there. Alright, I think that should be it. Good measure is to do some WD-40 as well. That's 1. And we'll do the rest later. Loose, tighten it, loose, tighten, Alright guys, so I got like 3 of them out, so there's like 5 bolts, but when you take off more of the bolts, the gas tank will begin to fall. So you use something like that, right? It's called a jack, right? Hydraulic jack. You jack it up so it supports itself. That way it doesn't fall in your face. Okay, let's go ahead and get onto it. Alright, we're gonna get ready to drop it down with the jack, so here we go. Okay guys, just took out the gas tank. Yep, it's out. I just had to cut the fueling hose, and then I think this is a vent hose. I also didn't know there was that thing here. It's the vent valve. Everything else is fine. Came out decent. So we're gonna clean it up, put it back in there. Guys, so we're back with another, this is like day 3, I guess. So I'm gonna show you actually what the underside of the Eclipse looked like without the gas tank on there, just in case you wanted to see. So as you can see, that's the fuel filter and fuel pump area. So yeah, those 2 cables going back here, this cable right here is the e-brake cable. So they're actually e-brakes there, so if you wanted to do something here. But yeah, you can't take this off without taking off the gas tank, so it's easier like that. But alright, so here's the fuel tank. I got it all clean, so now I'm just waiting for the parts or the hoses, but you can see nice and clean now. There's no acorns or anything. So you can see the that's the fuel pump, that's the fuel level, and this is the evap vent hoses. So this cues in when you're like full tank usually. So there's the inlets right there. This is for the vent, I believe, and that's your main inlet hose. That's it. I mean, there's no cracks or anything. It has this like dark color to it, so all right. So there you go. It's a little shorter, but we'll make our room with that. I'm pretty sure we don't really need all this length here, so we can actually figure out something, but it should work. It's the same diameter like I said, and yeah, so there you go. And then for the vent hose, that's your standard this hose here. I already got a standard one for that one, so yeah. And this is the filler neck, by the way. That one's pretty clean too. So yeah, usually these parts get rusted, but luckily I live in a state where all we gotta worry about is the fucking AC. So alright guys, just got it all the stuff that I need to get. It's all the stuff here that's gonna be tricky because we gotta shove in the fuel filler neck and put this thing on. So I think the best bet to put this gas tank back in is I'm gonna prop it up to where a point where it just hangs in there using the jack as well. We're just gonna hang it in there, put in the filler neck, screw everything on, and then screw the bolts on. It's pretty much easy. There's nothing really is gonna hit on the top besides this, which is just a line here going into the also the fuel neck. So everything else should just go up. 5 bolts, e-brake cable, pretty easy. All right guys, let's see if I can record this. All right guys, so I just got the, I think this is the like the protected shield for the fuel filler neck, and that just 4 bolts, 14 millimeter, and as you can see it's all cleaned up there nicely, as well as these 3 ones that go into the fuel hose. That's 3 10 millimeters. So now, like I said, we're gonna have to just we're gonna have to raise the tank, right, with the jack so it supports it to a point where it's, you know, up in the middle of the car. And then after that, we're just going to connect the hoses and then bolt the tank right in. So let's get on to that. All right guys, so I just got the back 2 bolts on the back of the gas tank done. This shit was so much harder than it was. It may be a little bit shorter because this is a 97, but we'll see. Okay, if not, then I'm gonna have to get another hose that just, you know, just fits that. All right. And yeah, I got the vent hose on top. Everything's pretty much good. It's so hard to really tell what's going on. It's kind of like underneath the car, but yeah. Alright guys, so I just got it pretty much all the bolts already on there on the gas tank. I'm gonna wait until the put on the e-brake cables. I'm checking for leaks right now. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm shining through it, but yeah, I'm just checking for leaks right now all throughout the feeler neck hoses and all that stuff. So I'm gonna check right now, filling up with gas. Reconnect your fuel lines here for your hose line and that little hard line, as well as the fuel pump connector. That is your fuel level sensor. And yeah, that should be it for the top end, and then everything else should be fixed on the bottom. Yeah, we're just filling it up and then make sure it doesn't leak, because that's the best part, if it doesn't leak. So yeah, so for this line you need a 14, so equivalent to 14 is a 9/16. So grab yourself a 9/16 flare wrench. And typically you want to go opposite way. So just move one. That's all you gotta use. So just wanna give it a good gut. There you go. That's pretty tight. And the flare net wrench is pretty sensitive to those brass ones. So you know, make sure you get the right tools. So plug in back your fuel pressure sensor or your fuel pump. Hear that click, and then put it back. And I put the screws back in here so I know what I'm doing. So we're connected the battery, as you can see. Nice good spark. Still got to figure out my oil leak issues, but overall it's looking pretty much like a brand new car. But that's a nice shot right there. It should be a breeze. Alright, I hear the fuel pump. Starting. Check for fuel stuff, you already know. Any leaks? Whatever you need to do. Nothing's squirting out. All right. DSM, baby. I don't know what the hell that red stuff is though. You know, it's probably from the Mirage. Alright. Alright guys, I guess that's it for today's video. I got it all figured out. It's on empty or some shit. It's so out of gas. Anyways, I'm gonna see you guys next time. I'll catch you guys later on the next one. Peace.